to Dungeon Master's Review Corner. I'm your host, Dungeon Master. And this time we're going to be reviewing Transformers Generation 1 DVD box set complete season. Now this is the first season that came out in 1984, and I've been doing some little back history of this, how the series first came to be, like way back in Tokyo, Japan in 1983. There was these two Hasbro people basically wanted to expand their toy market, and so they went to Japan for some reason, and they found this toy fair that had these robots that were they weren't exactly called Transformers. They were under a name Diclon, and they got shipped here, and they were sold under the name Dicron, which I thought was kind of weird. Why couldn't they go with the name Diclon? But I seem to actually remember having a transform, like a transforming robot way back when, and I got to thinking when I started reading that since here they were under the name for a brief time as Dicron, and I started thinking, well, maybe my transforming robot was Dicron. Well, all that I remember is when I was a kid, I got this blue transforming robot. It was actually a triple change, or change into a rocket ship, a train, and a robot. So that got me thinking, yeah, maybe I had a real early version of Astro Train, which was kind of cool. And then shortly after that, it became Transformers, and a couple guys were in charge of doing the backstory of it, and giving them names like Autobots and Decepticons, giving them backstory. What do they live on the planet? Where is their galaxy? All that stuff. How do they exactly come to Earth? And that kind of spawned the Marvel Comics, because Marvel was actually involved with all of this, which was another interesting thing. Keep in mind, I googled this earlier this morning, and I thought it was kind of funny. Marvel doing Transformers. I known Marvel as doing X-Men, all that kind of stuff, superhero kind of stuff. Well, anywho, this Transformers franchise was a very popular franchise back in the 80s, all the way up to excuse me, so all the way back from the early 80s to the early 90s. And it started branching off to Beast Wars, which were more or less like the animal two robots. And after the Beast Wars, it started going to Beast Machines, which was kind of a series that I didn't really like because they didn't show the transformation. All they showed was like a blast of bright light and bada bing, bada boom. They're transformed and they're animals or robots. Well, at least in the first, the Transformers Generation 1, they were more like actual machines, like Autobots, cars, Decepticons. You got jets, Megatron, which turned into a gun. You got Soundwave, which turned into a cassette. Which, by the way, he's like probably the most popular Transformer. And so because he has like cassettes like Laserbeak, Ravage, Frenzy, Rumble, and some Buzzsaw. And later, they decided to come out with this Autobot version of named a Blaster, which he was equally as cool. But to me, in my mind, nobody can compare to Optimus Prime, which is voiced by Peter Cohen, which he was brought back to do the live action movies. And I thought that was pretty cool. He did Optimus Prime justice then. So that was an awesome job on Michael Bay's part. And other than that, I gotta say, the live action movie wasn't all that good. I probably wouldn't see it personally if Peter Cohen wasn't in it, but the fans spoke out and Michael Bay listened, so he brought in Peter Cohen, and Peter Cohen, as usual, he did the most awesome job. Well, that being said, let's take a look, see at these two disc. Well, I don't know if you can see it here because, well, keep in mind, I'm probably going to redo all these videos once I get my new camera. So, yeah, but this, as usual, has like a glossy finish, and it kind of has raised, I guess you call them bump lettering or something like that. Like, gives it that, I think what were they trying to go at here? Like a 3D look with all the like raised lettering and the picture being slightly raised. Well, anywho, and you get actually 3 disc, because this one is the bonus disc, which comes with all the extra goodies like the I can't really think of it. Let's just go with extra goodies. And have Megatron and Optimus Prime on the cover, and on the back of this one, it has, well, you know who that guy is, Soundwave. And we got in here on the main disc, we got Optimus Prime and Megatron again, and on the back cover it has Jazz, and it has disc 1 and disc 2, and like on disc one, it has like 8 episodes on disc one, and disc two 8 episodes on disc two, and the discs are not in here because the clippy things are busted, so I got the disc right here. And on the inside cover, it has one side is the Autobot symbol. You can probably just barely make out the redness of the eyes and stuff from here. And on this side, we have Decepticon symbol. And then this one, yet again, it has the Decepticon symbol and the Autobot symbol. And you got the Autobot symbol on here, which is kind of cool. And you also get an insert for let's see, graphic novels for all the Transformers fans. And on the flip side of this, you get insert for the J. Joe, which is kind of cool. Get tattoos and whatnot. So I'm probably most definitely going to get that. Oh, and here is just a little booklet of tells you like about the episodes and all of that stuff. And on one side, silhouette of Megatron, and on the other side is little silhouette of Optimus Prime. And if you're a major Transformers fan like I am, most definitely you be getting this whole set. And I just have, for now, I just have season 1, but I want to get like all the seasons because ever since I was a kid, I was obsessed with transforming robots. At one point in time, admittedly, I wanted to be Optimus Prime. And, well, that's about it, about wraps it up. And I say, if you manage to find this in stores, by all means pick it up, because Transformers is popular. It's a piece of iconic history, and is most enjoyable for some generations to come. Well, that's all for me to you for now. I'm Dungeon Master, and thanks for watching, and please rate, subscribe, comment, share this video, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoy talking about it. Well, I'm Dungeon Master. Catch you later.